Africa's intellectual history is deep, ancient, and extraordinary. Across the sweeping forests and kingdoms of West Africa, long before the Renaissance, long before European academies, a powerful civilization thrived. A civilization of artists, astronomers, metalworkers, philosophers, and mathematicians. One of these forgotten mathematicians was Tayi Akiti, a scholar of the Yoruba civilization of Ile-Ife, living during the 1200s, a time of kings, empires, and growing complexity in trade and governance. This documentary uncovers the remarkable life of a man whose mathematical tools reshaped accounting, measurement, and early African quantitative systems. This is the story of Tayi Akiti, the mathematician of ancient Ile-Ife. To understand Tayi Akiti, we must first understand the world that shaped him. By the 1200s, Ile-Ife was already centuries old, a thriving, sacred kingdom, known as the spiritual heart of the Yoruba world. Its reputation drew artists, priests, bronze workers, astronomers, scribes, and mathematicians. The city was a center of innovation. Here, working with bronze and terracotta reached heights unmatched anywhere in medieval Europe. Yoruba astronomers tracked the movement of stars. Architects designed complex temple layouts. And in the markets, gold, kola nuts, spices, beads, woven fabrics, and agricultural goods flowed like rivers. Trade was expanding. City-states were growing. And with new complexity came a new problem. How do you count, measure, and record information in a world becoming more interconnected? This is the world that gave birth to Tayi Akiti, a scholar who would take on one of humanity's oldest challenges, mathematics. Tayi Akiti was born into a respected Yoruba household, not royal, but scholarly. His family worked in craft-making and trade, maintaining networks across neighboring towns like Owo, Ilesa, and Ibadan. From a young age, Tayi displayed an unusual gift. He saw patterns where others saw only objects. He noticed relationships, sequences, rhythms inside numbers. Local priests observed his talent and sent him to the Ile-Ife Knowledge Court, the elite training school for future scholars, astronomers, and scribes. There, he learned Yoruba arithmetic systems, geometric symbolism, the spiritual mathematics of Ifa divination, ancient tally methods, clay token systems used for accounting weights and measurement used in long-distance trade. But unlike many of his peers, Akiti wasn't simply memorizing. He was innovating. He wanted to improve the tools that already existed. In the 1200s, complex trade demanded complex math. The Yoruba used tally boards, knotted cords, carved counters, clay counting stones, palm leaf strips with markings. Akiti noticed that many of these systems were not standardized. Different towns counted differently. Measurements varied from region to region. This inconsistency slowed commerce and caused disputes. Akiti began experimenting. He created a multi-component counting device, a carved wooden board featuring rows of slots for different units, carved geometric markers representing tens, hundreds, and thousands stones of specific weight that allowed conversion between quantity and mass, a sliding mechanism with small wooden beads. It was an early precursor to both the abacus and later West African accounting tablets. Palace administrators embraced it. Tayi Akiti had officially changed the way mathematics worked in the region. Tayi's inventions reached the ears of the Uni, the sacred king of Ile-Ife. impressed, the king summoned Akiti to the palace. There, Akiti demonstrated how his device, standardized measurements, reduced trade disputes, accelerated tax assessment, improved resource planning, aided engineering projects. The Uni awarded him a high scholarly title and placed him among the elite council of knowledge keepers. Akiti became the official court mathematician, a rare and prestigious role. For the first time in Ile-Ife's history, mathematics became a formalized discipline at the palace. In Yoruba culture, knowledge was not purely secular. Mathematics and spirituality often intertwined. Tayi worked closely with Ifa diviners, whose oracle system relied heavily on binary patterns, permutations, sequences count symbolic representation. Some historians argue that Akiti may have helped reorganize or interpret numerical patterns in Ifa texts. Others believe he introduced probabilistic thinking into divination methods. Whether spiritual or scientific, his influence touched both realms. His devices were used to calculate festival cycles, plan agricultural seasons, study celestial movement, determine quantities for ritual ceremonies. Calibrate weights for bronze casting. To the Yoruba, knowledge was unity, and Akiti worked in the center of that union. From Ife, the device traveled outward. Merchants took it too. Oyo Ijebu, Benin City. Nupe territories, Igala lands. Because the symbols were visual, the system was language independent. For this reason, it became one of the earliest pan-regional African mathematical tools. By the late 1200s, nearly all major trade routes between Yoruba regions used Akiti's device. Historians believe it influenced later Igbo counting boards, Hausa trade calculus Benin weight systems. Akiti's invention had done what few technologies of the era could. It united thinkers across vast regions. Tayi Akiti continued teaching, refining, and expanding his system into old age. He trained apprentices who would carry his mathematical innovations across West Africa. Although his name was never written in the surviving oral texts, his legacy lived in devices used for centuries after his death. Some Yoruba elders still speak of an ancient scholar whose board of wisdom changed the way numbers were understood. Why did the world forget Tayi Akiti? Because Africa's intellectual history suffered. The burning of archives during wars, the loss of scholars during colonial disruption, the destruction of knowledge centers the silencing of oral custodians, the rewriting of history through foreign narratives. Akiti, like many African geniuses, became invisible in written records, but not in oral memory. Today, modern historians are piecing together fragments, archaeological artifacts, surviving tally boards, geometric symbols, descriptions in palace traditions, and praise poetry, lineage stories from scholar families. Through these clues, Akiti's brilliance resurfaces. He was not just a mathematician, he was a pioneer, a symbol of Africa's scientific depth long before outside influence. Tayi Akiti stands as one of Africa's earliest known inventors of mathematical devices, a man whose ideas shaped trade, governance, and knowledge in the 13th century Yoruba civilization. His story is not just history, it is a reminder. Africa innovated, Africa calculated, Africa engineered, Africa observed the stars, measured the earth, and solved human problems. Tayi Akiti belongs not just to the Yoruba people, he belongs to all humanity, and his legacy will live for generations to come. And so, the story continues. For every Tayi Akiti the world remembers, there are countless African inventors, thinkers, and geniuses still waiting to be rediscovered. Their ideas shaped kingdoms, guided civilizations, and changed the course of human knowledge long before the modern age. At EFG-AFRICA, we are committed to bringing these stories back into the light, one forgotten hero at a time. If you've enjoyed this journey into Africa's hidden brilliance, don't let it end here. Subscribe to the channel to join a growing community passionate about African history and innovation. Like this video to help more people see it. Share it with those who would be inspired by Africa's scientific legacy. And follow EFG-AFRICA for more documentaries, more discoveries, and more untold stories. Because Africa's past is powerful, Africa's knowledge is deep, and its legacy deserves to be remembered. Thank you for watching EFG Africa, where African history lives again.